Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to our new session 2021-22 with our first visual class of SST class 7. Okay, before starting our chapter, just have a glance on your book. This is World War Geography 2. Okay, so we will start with unit number 1, that is about the rocks, minerals and soil. Before starting with chapter, you must know about the term rocks. What is the rock? Rock is the basically solid materials, okay, that are present in the surface of the earth as well as inside the water reservoirs in the form of minerals and sand particles. These sand particles are in the form of grains. These grains are joined together. There are basically two types of rocks present. That one type is known as the porous, means the pores are present in these rocks, and the second one is imporous, that is without the pores. What is the difference between the porous rocks? That porous rocks absorb plenty of water into it, and by this absorption of water they can change their shape, they can form into another shape. While the imporous rocks, they do not have any type of pores, any type of holes inside it, so they stick together with each other in the form of crystals. Okay. So there are some types of rocks present in the world. The first one are the igneous rock, the second one are the metamorphic rocks, and the third one are the sedimentary rocks. What are the igneous rocks? As you know that volcanic activities always continue inside our earth crusts. Okay. How these volcanic activities continue? That there is a plenty of heat and pressure is present inside the earth layers. When this heat and pressure increase, it definitely exerts the pressure on the uppermost surface, uppermost layer of the earth, that is known as the crust, and this volcanic material erupts and just form a type of rock that is known as the igneous rocks. These igneous rocks definitely when they flow on the surface of the earth, they just cool down and forms crystals, and these crystals are known as igneous rocks. The second type of rocks we are having, these are the metamorphic rocks. The metamorphic rocks are just seems like the igneous rocks, but the igneous rocks are the rocks that are formed due to the melting of the sediments or the grain particles, mineral particles that are present inside the earth. But the metamorphic rocks, they are not in the molten form. Okay, they just under the heat and pressure just change their shape, and due to this change of the shape, they are having the name metamorphic rocks. The third type of rocks we are having, that are the sedimentary rocks. These rocks are present inside the lakes, rivers, seas and other water reservoirs. And how they are formed? That with the help of any natural agent like water, wind. The water could be the rainwater. Okay, this rainwater or this wind, it caused the erosion of the rocks that are present on the surface of the earth. Okay, when these soil particles get eroded from the rocks, they flow into the water reservoirs, and in the water reservoirs they just get deposit. Okay, and where they get deposit, they form a particular type of rock that is known as the sedimentary rocks. Okay, you must know this fact that this is not the time of some days, weeks or months. It is a process of centuries. Okay, after passing a long time, the specific types of these rocks are formed under the surface of the earth or on the surface of the earth, or might it be possible it is inside any water reservoir. Okay, how these rocks are formed? To get all the procedure very well, you must know about the rock cycle. Okay, before entering into the topic of the rock cycle, you must know about some terms that are present in your book, that are stalagmites, and the second one are stalactites. Okay, these are the two terms that are used in your book. So you must know the meaning or the definition of these terms. Now, what are the stalagmites? Stalagmites, when the rocks are formed. Okay, there are different, as you know that there are different types of rock, feldspar, quartz, calcium carbonate. Now, the soft rock particles with any natural agent like wind and water, they get eroded and form holes inside it. Okay, these holes appear in the form of caves, and we can also use the term caverns. Okay, these caves and caverns are formed when some type of natural agent they act upon the rocks. Okay, so they just form large holes on the earth, and they are in the form of cave and caverns. Now the stalagmites are the columns that are projecting or that are rises from the floor of these caves. Okay, and the stalactites are the projections or the columns that are hanging from the floor of these caves. Okay, when stalagmites and stalactites join together, stalagmites are present on the floor while the stalactites are present on the roof. Okay, roof of the caves, while they are present on the floor of the caves. Okay, now when these two structures join together, they form a structure like a pillar, so they are known as the pillar. Okay, these are the common terms that you will learn in this chapter. So you must know about the stalagmites and stalactites. Okay, now we will start our rock cycle. You may see the diagram of the rock cycle that is present on page number 7. It is present on your page number 7. Look at, this is the rock cycle. This cycle starts from the very initial stage, that is the magma. Magma is the molten rock that is present inside our earth crust. Okay, with the pressure and temperature, when this magma exploded out, it cools and crystallized. When it cools and crystallizes, it forms the particular type of rocks that is known as the igneous rocks. These igneous rocks, with the help of wind or rain, when get eroded, they form another type of rocks that is known as the sedimentary rocks. Okay, sedimentary rocks are basically the deposition of sediments, the deposition of layers of sediments upon each other. Okay, so these sediments form the sedimentary rocks. Then these sedimentary rocks under high heat and pressure, they just change their form. Okay, not in the molten form, they just change their shape or change their form, and then they are known as the metamorphic rocks. These metamorphic rocks, again under high heat and pressure, when melted, they form again the magma, and the cycle carries on. Okay, so by getting the rock cycle, you may understand the complete topic, that is the formation of rocks. Now we will introduce some other kinds of rocks that are present in your book. It is the type that are quartz, calcium carbonate, and feldspar. Okay, some rocks, for example coal and limestone, contain bits of animals and plant materials and can also contain minerals. Coals form large solid areas in the ground. Now from the coal, some types of rocks are formed. Okay, what is the coal? Coal is basically an organic material. What are organic material? The material that are formed by the dead materials or the decay materials of plants and animals. Okay, when these plants and animals under the centuries the time period is consisting of many years, okay, they just under pressure, and when they just press down under the layers of earth, they form some types of rocks that are known as the calcium carbonate rocks, or they are the organic rocks, okay. You can assume by organic that this is the basically dead material of plants and animals, okay. And in the igneous rocks, you may see on your book page number 3 that igneous rocks are also formed when magma flows onto the surface of the earth as lava. These rocks have smaller crystals because the lava cools and solidifies quickly on the surface of the earth. Sometimes vertical cracks form in these rocks which create straight-sided shapes like the prison of the giant's causeway. Okay, it is an example of a mountain or a mountain-like structure, that is a rock. Okay. When the lava exerts pressure on the upper surface of the earth, it definitely explodes out, and when it flows on the earth, it immediately cools down and forms crystals. Okay, these crystals are having some type of crevices or the cracks, vertical cracks in their structure. Fine. There is another term, that is pumice. What are the pumice? It is the lava that is thrown out of a volcanic explosion. And what is the characteristic of pumice? That it is very light in weight, that this is the only type of rock that flows onto the surface of water. But when the pores present in these rocks fills with the water, definitely they sinks in water, right? Second, you may see sedimentary rocks. The more explanation about the sedimentary rocks you can see on your book page number 4, that rain and wind erode rocks and the particles born of them are washed away as sediment. This sediment is pressed into new rock under lakes, seas and oceans in a process that takes millions of years. You may see on your book page number 4 that how the sedimentary rocks are formed. Okay. The sedimentary rocks are basically the particles, the sand particles or the soil particles that are coming from the any other type of rocks. Okay. A river carries bits of rocks, they drop onto the river bed. The lowermost part of the sea water or any other water reservoir is known as the water bed or river bed. Okay. These sediments when break down and get dissolved in water, but some of the sediments or some of the particles they just deposit in the river bed. Secondly, what happened, that compaction, the process of compaction takes place. What is the process of compaction? That the layers are pressed by the other layers of sediments. Okay, they are pressed down, or you may say that the first layer exerts a particular pressure on the other layer, and over a million years definitely they form a hard material and hard type of rock that are known as the sedimentary rocks. Further compaction, more layers build up, therefore water out of the lower layers. Okay, more layers are now getting deposited on the previous layers. Fine. Then the cementation, the salt crystals. Water seeps down in this layer while the salt, water definitely evaporates. You know the process of evaporation, that in the process of evaporation the water just evaporate and forms the gas, while the salt particles that are present in the water, they cemented or they just forms a layer over to these sedimentary layers to form the sedimentary rocks. So, you can say or you can understand this thing easily, that the process of making sedimentary rocks is the very long time period take to form the sedimentary rocks. Then there are the types of the sedimentary rocks, that is the limestone. Limestone is a sedimentary rock. Why this is a sedimentary rock? That this is the result of deposition of sand particles or some sediments, and this is basically a long time process. It is permeable and mainly made of the mineral, as I have told you that there are two types of rock, the porous and imporous. Okay, the porous you can also use a similar word, that is permeable. Okay, permeable means that there are pores present in some specific structure and water is seeping through these structures. Okay. In limestone areas, interesting landscapes are naturally carved out as caves, caverns, gorges, and features like stalactites and stalagmites can be seen. Okay, we have already. Now, if you are willing to get more information about stalactites and stalagmites, you may see the picture that is given on your page number 5, that how the stalactites that are present in the form of the columns and hangs from the roof of the caves. Okay, they join together with the stalagmites and they form a pillar like structure. Okay, and definitely it is known as the pillars. Then we have read about the rock cycle, and before rock cycle, in the rock cycle, as I have told you, as I have explained through the diagram, so you should must read the topic that is present on your book page number 6. The rock cycles explains how one type of rock transformed into another type of rock. What are the agents, or you can say what are the factors that transform one type of rock into another type of rock. This process begins inside the earth, where magma pushes upwards to the surface and erupts out of a volcano. When lava cools and solidifies, it forms igneous rocks. Wind and water, where rocks away break it down into small particles and carry them to the beds of sea and other water reservoirs, and then form the sedimentary rocks. When these sedimentary rocks under high heat and pressure, okay, they remain under heat and pressure, they definitely transform into another type of rock that is known as the metamorphic rocks. So, this was our topic that we have just have an explanation about the rocks, types of rocks and the rock cycle. Okay, you should must know about all these terms. There are some differences between igneous rocks, metamorphic rocks and sedimentary rocks. Then you should know about the porous and imporous. You should have a question like what is the difference between stalagmites and stalactites. Then caves and caverns, you must have to know the terms caves and caverns, because they are directly related with the stalagmites and stalactites. Okay, this was our lecture from chapter number 1. You have to carefully read the complete chapter thoroughly, and definitely you will find the homework question from the web portal, and you will find the answer from your book as well as from the lecture that I have given today. Allah Hafiz, have a nice day.